Hey, what is up? It's me, Curious Joy, and Sega Atlus invited me to get an early access preview of Persona 5 The Phantom X. I have been waiting for this game to drop in North America since it was first released and locked in Asia. For months, I kept looking for updates over and over and over again, like please release it in North America, and now here we are. I was able to play about the first hour of the game, and then the developers let us play a little bit further along in the game as well, and I have to say my first impressions of it is that it definitely feels like you're in the world of Persona 5 again. For those that don't know, Persona 5 The Phantom X is going to be a mobile but also available on Steam gacha game. While we were there, we had a chance to talk to the developers and we were able to ask them a few questions. One of the questions that was asked was, why a mobile game? Because a lot of people are really wanting Persona 6. And the developers first answered with, because we wanted to make a mobile game, but then kind of had more of an elaborate answer by saying they wanted to find a way to bring more fans to Persona 5 and have it to be a little bit more accessible to people to become fans of Persona 5 and then probably eventually get them hooked to play the main game. Because it is a gacha game, there's going to be things that are a little bit different because it's going to be live service and there's not going to be just the 100+ hours of an amazing story. There are a few things that people fully expect in a Persona game, and that is social links and romance. And that happened to be my question. I did a few social links while playing the game, and there wasn't really anything that indicated that there was going to be romance. But I asked them, and they said, well, it's a Persona game, so of course there's going to be romantic options. I'm so excited for that. I will love to see who I eventually become attached to. So let's talk about the fact that it's a gacha. The good thing about Persona 5 The Phantom X is that all the main characters that are built into the story will be free. There's no gacha, so no stress there. But there is another aspect, which are the Phantom Idols, which will be obtained via the gacha. Then with them, you also can get social links to be able to talk to them and get to know them a little bit more. But yeah, those can be obtained in the gacha, but the main characters in the mainline story will be all obtained free whenever you unlock them within the story. Yes, this game is free to play, and you can play the entire game absolutely free. I know when I personally give gachas a try, I typically go the free-to-play route. So it was really one of those questions that we asked the developers, like, is it going to be free to play? They said, of course, if you were to invest money into the game, it just enhances your experience, but doesn't take away from the people that are doing free to play. To do the main story, there will be no energy system for that, but to do dungeon crawls and dailies, that's where the energy system comes to be. Another thing that's very important to the Persona series is the calendar system, but for Persona 5 The Phantom X, there won't be a calendar system because it was kind of hard for them to be able to do that system as well as a live service games. So what they're going to do is have the calendar system be the real life calendar system. So if it is during the summer, you get summer events, and for Christmas, you get holiday events, and so on and so forth. While playing the game, I noticed that there was an ability to invite friends and have friends. And while going through the battle system, I was able to borrow somebody else's Joker while doing some of the dailies. So I asked the question to the developers, what will be some of the things that you can do socially? Because even though Persona is mainly a single player experience, it is nice to have the ability to do anything with your friends in these sort of gacha games, anything at all. And so what they said to me is that there is a guild system where you can team up with other players, and then there's raid battles that you can do battles with your friends. They primarily wanted to focus on the single player aspect first, but they are looking to expand on the multiplayer aspect in the future. All in all, everything that I played and everything that the developers told us got me really excited to play it. I will say that there's not going to be any English VO in terms of this. It's just going to stay Japanese, and they currently don't have any plans to convert it to English. I absolutely love Persona 5, so anything that can get me back into the Persona 5 world will make me so happy. And it does seem like you get thrown in to these different experiences to learn these new characters, but also still within the same world. There was definitely not enough time to dive into all the different side stuff that you can do, but there's like rhythm games, there's cooking, there's different clothes you can get. There's just so many things that I'm excited to try out. And Persona 5 The Phantom X will be releasing at the end of June on the 26th, and I will personally be playing it on Steam. But the cool thing is that you will be able to have cross save. I'm hoping to be able to stick with this because I do give all gachas a try, and I'm very aware of like how gachas are. And this is a gacha at the end of the day, so if you're not a gacha fan, you may be a little iffy about going into playing this game. But if you are familiar with how the gachas play and how gachas are, and you're a fan of Persona 5, then you will most likely have a good time. But thanks again, Sega Atlus, for inviting me to the early access preview of Persona 5, The Phantom X. Looking forward to June 26th.